That's what makes the world go round, the ups and downs, the carousel. Changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. Wall Street losing out on every share. They're blaming it on longer hair. Big man smoking in his easy chair on a fat cigar without a care. But that's what makes the world go round, the ups and downs, the carousel. Changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. Whoa, that's what makes the world go round, the ups and downs, the carousel. Changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. 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 People make the world go round.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our annual City of Omaha and Douglas County Martin Luther King Jr. Aspire to Inspire Award Ceremony. My name's Kaylin DeHelios. I'm the director of the City of Omaha Human Rights and Relations Department. First, I'd like to give a quick thanks to Mayor Stothert, Douglas County Commission Chair Roger Garcia, and Councilmember Don Rowe, as well as other dignitaries for being here today to celebrate with us. Thank you. And thank you to Rainbow for sharing their music with us. We have drummer Ramon Carias, bass guitarist Derek Torres, lead guitarist Pablo Arza, and vocalist and band leader Renzelis Brown. Thank you. We'll hear more from them. We'll hear more from them after the event. Today we'll listen to a number of leaders as they reflect on Martin Luther King's accomplishments and vision and the way people in Omaha continue his work. As well, we'll glean hope from local musical talent and get to celebrate 3 very special award recipients. Dr. King's words, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that," are the theme for today's event. Dr. King's reflections related to that theme uplift the foundation of his work, love your enemies, and focus on the redemptive power of love. He spoke of a courageous confrontation of evil by the power of love to break the chain of violence. I invite you to hear love in the messages from our speakers today and surface love within yourself to overcome hate. Please stand for the presentation of colors by the Douglas County Department of Corrections Honor Guard, and Star Spangled Banner sung by Sydney Embray of the City of Omaha Planning Department.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Douglas County Department of Corrections Honor Guard and Sydney. I now invite Jade Dorsey to perform Lift Every Voice and Sing. We can rise for this one too as well. Thank you.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, Jade. That was beautiful. Jade's in 7th grade and has an amazing voice and talent. Thank you for sharing it. Mayor Stothert, it's your turn. We'll invite Mayor Stothert up to give some opening remarks.
Jade, I'm not singing. That was beautiful. And you're in 7th grade? That's amazing. But hello, everybody, and I'm happy to welcome you today to our celebration of Martin Luther King and to recognize others who model his words and his actions. His legacy is a symbol of strength, courage, tenacity. He inspired hope, unity, and faith. To model these qualities is something that all of us can aspire to do. Today, we will recognize our colleagues who live Dr. King's dream through actions, values, and through their leadership. It is a great honor to be nominated for this award, especially because the recognition comes from your peers. From the nominees, we see that compassion, persistence, critical thinking, follow-through, and teamwork are all valuable skills. Congratulations to Omaha Fire Captain Sheena Glover and Douglas County Corrections Sergeant Harvey Bertley. We will also recognize Tia Manning, representing the Women's Fund of Omaha, for her service to our community. In a 1967 book titled King Asked, "Where do we go from here, chaos or community?" To many, chaos creates uncertainty, stress, and conflict. And to most, community creates the opposite, and that's bringing us all together for a purpose with hope. Communities that work together and identify challenges, they create actions and they set goals. Omaha chooses community. We are committed to job training and creation, services for our homeless citizens, affordable housing, and creating an economic culture where all businesses, large and small, can succeed. Our city can be very, very proud of our advancements in anti-discrimination policies and equal opportunities. I'm especially proud of our many unique programs, such as restorative justice, which offers second chances for some who commit misdemeanors. The creation of our employee and community advisory boards to recommend actions that support diverse and inclusive workplace and community. And the expansion of Heartland Workforce Solution with our ARPA funds, offering even more services to connect people with good jobs. The anniversary of Dr. King's birthday is an opportunity to recognize progress and to recommit to our community. We all will recognize today, I congratulate you, for those who we recognize today, I congratulate you for your initiative and your commitment. We are very fortunate to live in a city where service to others is valued. We can accomplish so much when we all work together. So thank you all for being here today. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor Stothert, for your words and leadership in our community. Next, I'd like to invite Douglas County Commission Chair Roger Garcia to share some opening remarks.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here for this occasion to commemorate Dr. King. Every year around this time, I like to read one or a few of his speeches and also listen to his words in audio. Luckily, a lot of them are on YouTube to be able to actually listen to his speeches. It's a part of my way of honoring his legacy, but also my way of trying to continue to process all that he stood for, to continue to draw inspiration from the pastor and civil rights icon that was Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. Last year, I narrowed in on his speech called "I've Been to the Mountaintop" to reflect on that. speech, and this year I dug into a speech called "The Church on the Frontier of Racial Tension." And while the audience for this speech was primarily followers of the Christian faith, there are many elements of the speech that really are an appeal to all humanity and all citizens of the earth. For example, early in his speech, he states, "In the world in which we live today, it is a world that is geographically one. And in order to solve the problems in the days ahead, we must make it spiritually one." We know that we are all economically connected in this world at this point, as well as literally connected through airplanes and modern technology. But what about our human connection and our spiritual connection? To care, to love, and to support each other. He continues to push this notion of global unity when he says, "In a real sense, we must all live together as brothers, or we will all perish together as fools. We must see this sense of dependence, this sense of interdependence. No individual can live alone. No nation can live alone. We are made to live together." But unfortunately, we oftentimes see the opposite of this. We see misunderstanding amongst us. We see tension. We see sometimes lack of compassion, and even at times things like war. To this, Dr. King states, "I'm absolutely convinced that men hate each other because they fear each other. They fear each other because they don't know each other. They don't know each other because they are separated from each other. No greater tragedy can befall society than the attempt to live in monologue rather than dialogue." And not only are differences often due to a lack of dialogue, but unfortunately, these tensions are often created on purpose sometimes, as he alludes to in the speech as well, when he says, many of these ideas are disseminated by politicians, and no point intended today, but that's in the speech, and disseminated by politicians who merely use the issue to arouse the fears and to perpetuate themselves in office. Talking about like other politicians, right? Especially federal level where it gets very ugly, right? Which is why we need to be vigilant and ask not only if the information that we are taking in at any given time is true and valid, but is it intentionally being used to stir up our emotions? And if so, for what purpose? Sometimes there are just causes that should rile us up. And sometimes it is just because somebody else is seeking to manipulate us for their own benefit. So we must discern those occasions. He summarizes with this concluding thought. "All I am saying is simply this, that all life is interrelated. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all of us indirectly." So, whether we do it from a faith perspective of loving our neighbors and other values we might have there on that side, or from a global perspective of being and knowing that we are all economically connected, geopolitically intertwined with the rest of the world, let us always move towards greater understanding amongst us, greater compassion in this world, especially for those most in need of a helping hand and a loving heart. And this, I know we see in all of our awardees today, which I look forward to hearing about in just a few minutes. So thank you all for being here again.
Thank you, Commission Chair Garcia, for emphasizing that interconnectedness and the need to communicate and partner with one another. I now invite Wayne Brown, President and CEO of the Urban League of Nebraska, to provide our keynote address. Wayne is an Omaha native, graduating from Creighton University Law School. During his time at the Urban League, Wayne has developed the Nebraska Opportunity Exchange Initiative, which is a pivotal program to empower underrepresented small businesses to access capital and navigate government and corporate contracting opportunities. Wayne has been active in the Omaha community, holding roles with Avenue Scholars Foundation and the Omaha Community Foundation, among others. I welcome you to present, Wayne.
Thank you very much. I'm going to honor the tradition of my church and say, blessed are the brief, for they will be invited back. All right. It is an honor to stand before you today at the Aspire to Inspire Awards, a celebration of those who have committed themselves to the transformative work of economic inclusion. This event is more than just a ceremony. It is a profound reminder of our collective responsibility to build community together where we can all thrive. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of the fierce urgency of now, reminding us that justice delayed is justice denied. His legacy urges us to confront the discomfort of inequity and respond with a fierce commitment to justice. After the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, Dr. King expanded his focus toward economic inclusion. He marched alongside sanitation workers in Memphis, and he was standing in the gap, standing against economic disparities and fighting for dignity, fair wages for all workers. His presence in Memphis before this tragic assassination underscores the importance of economic justice as a cornerstone of the civil rights struggle. Dr. King's later work emphasized the fight for civil rights was incomplete without ensuring economic opportunity and empowerment for marginalized communities. Dr. King once said, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. These words are profound reminders of what we must do to approach injustice today. The recipients of this afternoon's award embody this philosophy. They are the light in the darkness. Using their work to dispel inequity and uplift our community, there are actions among us that remind us that love, expressed through service and justice, can indeed overcome the forces that seek to divide us. In Omaha, we have seen individuals like Tia Manning, those trauma-informed care work initiatives transforming lives, and Captain Sheena L. Glover, who has redefined leadership in emergency services. Their efforts alongside those of Sergeant Harvey Burtley exemplify the courage to act where justice and healing are most needed. They remind us that change is possible when hope turns to action. Economic inclusion is not merely about financial services and access. It's about ensuring everyone, regardless of background, has the opportunity to contribute their talents and aspirations. It is about systems that honor the dignity of all people and structures that do not exclude, but empower. We are not gathered here just to celebrate the achievements and reaffirm our collective responsibility. We're here to be together. Social capital is important. Agency, the belief in our capacity to shape a more just future, is the driving force behind every honoree today. Let us leave this space committed not only to recognizing the remarkable contributions of those we honor today, but also carrying forward the example. Let us build a city where belonging, opportunity, and justice are more than aspirations. They are the foundation of our community. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your vision. And thank you for your continued work in making Omaha a place where we can all belong. Together, we will advance economic inclusion. Together, we will honor the award recipients. And together, we will honor Dr. King's legacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wayne, for that emphasis on economic inclusion and all of us working together to ensure this foundation is equitable and inclusive. Now we get to shift to the awards. First, I'll invite Captain Jillian Tafoya up to introduce the City of Omaha awardee.
Good afternoon. My name is Jillian Tafoya. I am a captain paramedic for the Omaha Fire Department. I am honored and excited to be here today to introduce my peer, coworker, and friend. Dr. Martin Luther King embodied the characteristics of courage, resilience, determination, intelligence, and passion. These words also apply to the City Employee Award winner today. I nominated Sheena Glover for this award without hesitation. I could not think of a more deserving person for this honor. She has faced hurdles and obstacles, both in her personal and professional life, yet has risen above every time. She has been on the Omaha Fire Department for 17 years. Throughout that time, she has been a firefighter, paramedic, arson investigator, and was recently promoted to captain about 2 years ago. Since then, she has served on one of the busiest medic units in the city of Omaha, serving the citizens of North Omaha. And she does it with compassion, integrity, and positivity. Prior to this position, she was the Community Risk Reduction Specialist for the Omaha Fire Department, where she worked towards equality and inclusivity. This past year, she was one of a select few to be invited as a speaker at the Women in Fire Conference, where firefighters from across the country come together to learn and empower each other. Unfortunately, I do not have enough time to list all the reasons and examples of why she deserves this award. Just speak to those that work around her on a daily basis, and they will agree she is more than deserving. I am excited to introduce the 2025 winner for the Aspire to Inspire Award, Captain Paramedic Sheena Glover.
Well, I am deeply humbled by the nomination, completely taken aback, because in all that I do, it all started from being a trauma kid with a vision. Never expected to be a firefighter, never expected to be where I am today. I just continue to move forward and continue to understand that love is important and there's value in the human resource. And my goal every day is to make sure that the people I serve with go home at the end of the day. And how do we best do that? By seeing them, meeting with them where they are, and giving everything that we can from a pure heart, understanding that we don't get to determine the type of day that people have, but we can also determine whether it's a good one. And so you come in and you know that the work you do is bigger than you, and you just hope for the best, and you never think that you'll leave an impact, but I always go in with the goal of never leaving a negative impression. So one of the things, because my brain works kind of spazzy and weird, but that I always tell myself that there's a silver lining behind everything. And one of the jokes I told my partner the other day, I was like, there's a silver lining even in the intestine, if you think about it. You can find yourself surrounded by crap, but if you just keep moving, eventually there'll be light. So I just want to say thank you. This is a deep honor, and I will hold it to my core and continue to do what I know is true, and that show up authentically as myself. Thank you.
Thank you for all your work, Captain Glover, for your words and that emphasis on the silver lining and really seeing one another and keeping it positive. Your words and actions have had a profound impact, so we thank you. Next, I'd like to invite Corporal Trey Fellner to introduce the county award recipient.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Uh, it is a great honor that I get to stand up here today and introduce somebody that has been a great mentor to people in our facility, whether it be coworkers or even our inmate population. He is a huge part of the community and moves the community in ways you can only imagine. He is somebody that is typically in the same uniform as I am, giving honors everywhere he can. And today, we got to give honors to him and give him a rest from wearing this uniform. So that was a true privilege right there. Harvey Bertley, you deserve this prestigious award. This award is beyond comparison to who you are. You have dedicated 23 years of service to the military. You have dedicated 30 years of service here at Douglas County Corrections. Everybody that works corrections knows it is not an easy thing to do, working behind the four walls of the facility. Sometimes you get closed away, not seeing the sight of daylight, not seeing your families. It's a struggle. Harvey is what helps us through it. Harvey is always giving back. Most people that know him recognize him for this. He is always looking at ways he can provide, assist, and just dedicate his time to you. Every day is a blessing to him. He will tell you that if you ask him. Every time you ask, how do you stay positive? What helps you through the day? How do you get through these hard moments, these altercations that we get into? And he says, every day is a blessing. I am blessed to be here. I am blessed to have a job. I am blessed to have my family. I am blessed to have my coworkers. And I'm blessed to have my community. Harvey is always volunteering his time, and on many occasions he's assisting in cooking for charity events. Those who have attended can tell you Harvey knows how to season, prepare, and smoke his meats to perfection. I was told he's got a food truck outside, so I'm just joking. I'm not putting that on you, Harvey. We recently had a passing of an officer to breast cancer. Harvey dedicated his time, and not only did he help set up this event to provide for the family, he also assisted in the honor guard in honoring our fallen officer and giving honors to the family. He assisted in fundraising. He also coordinated basically the whole fundraiser and provided the meat himself that he cooked and prepared just for it. As a key player to our honor guard, he's always readily available at a moment's notice. He can always be depended on. Harvey has shown dedication to ensure that he is available to provide honors to our fallen staff members, or even to just provide the presentation of the colors like we did here today. He has volunteered and taken on many tasks at many times, and he's taken the place of our executive staff members in times they were unable to be present to present the flag to our fallen families of our fallen staff members. Over the course of my career working with Harvey, he has not only been a mentor, but quite an inspiration to me. Having him as my mentor, I have grown as an officer, so I can pass the effects of every day as a blessing. Nothing can get him down. No matter what, he displays the same calm and positive disposition, even during stressful times. He is patient, he is kind. His spirit upon entering a room is one that lifts any burden of uneasiness off one's shoulders. Harvey has shown me that darkness does not drive away darkness, only light does. Hate does not drive away hate, only love does. A special kind of light that he is. Throughout the years, there is no doubt that he has made a great impression on lives of his coworkers, his family, his friends, and the inmates here at Douglas County Corrections. Harvey has told me that he aspires to be like Shaquille O'Neal, sharing his fortune, dedicating his time, and providing blessings, both big and small, just to help others. I must say that Harvey is just like Shaq. I believe with all that Harvey has done, many will want to be like Harvey. I aspire to be like Harvey. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "One of life's most persistent and urgent questions is, what are you doing for others?" What I have said today answers some of the many amazing things that Harvey has done for others. Harvey, I am the one standing here today speaking, but I will let you know what I have said today are the words of your friends, your family, your coworkers, and everyone that you have come in contact every single day. It is an honor to Douglas County Corrections, to our Honor Guard team, to your friends, to your family, to the rest of our coworkers, to know that our team member, Sergeant Harvey Bertley, has been recognized, and he has been selected to receive the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Award. Harvey, you are our blessing.
I guess Feldner said it all. You know, I'm like, who is this guy? But of course I'm nervous. I don't do good with speaking in front of people, so bear with me. I appreciate the honor. I support my staff, and I just appreciate everything. You know, this is an honor. I'm grateful. I'm honored. I have a great support system. My dad, my mom. Again, just thank you for everything.
Sergeant Bertley, thank you for being so reliable and bringing light to darkness. What amazing role models for us to celebrate, and for those of us that are public servants to emulate. Last but not least, I am thrilled to introduce our community awardee for 2025. Tia Manning stands out as a leader for inclusion and equity. As the city and county were considering her name for this award, she was offering to support the city of Omaha in our youth event that we have on Monday to provide her mental health practitioner services to people who might be triggered by any of the acts that you share at our Living the Dream competition on Monday at the Holland Center. So I found it very serendipitous that she was trying to get involved in the Martin Luther King activities, not even knowing that she'd be here today. So Tia currently serves as the Freedom from Violence Project Manager for the Women's Fund, ensuring systems response to domestic violence, sexual assault, and sex trafficking is culturally relevant, trauma-informed, and survivor-focused. The consistent reflection from people who work with Tia is that she emphasizes kindness, partnership, and transparency. Her commitment to positive change with trauma-informed approaches is evident through her action and through her impacts. Tia, I welcome you forward to receive the City of Omaha Aspire to Inspire Community Award.
So for those of folks that know me know that I don't like attention on myself. So I wrote everything down so I didn't forget, and or it made sense at least a little bit. So I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive the Martin Luther King Aspire to Inspire Award. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy of courage, justice, and compassion serves us as a guiding light in the life and the work. To be recognized in connection with such an extraordinary leader is a profound privilege, especially during the challenging and transformative times. I want to thank everyone who came here today. Your presence speaks volumes about the love, support, and commitment that fills this room. This moment isn't just about me, it's about all of us coming together as a community to inspire change and carry forward the legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. To me, this word is not just a reflection of my efforts, but a testament to the incredible village that surrounds me. To my daughters, Nikki and Olivia, you're the brightest lights of my life. This honor is as much yours as it is mine because you inspire me daily to be better, to do better, and to create a world where you can shine as brightly as you were meant to. Never let anyone dim your light. To my husband, Lucas, thank you for your presence in my life and for being there through the ups and downs. To my coworkers at the Women's Fund, thank you for always pushing me to think outside the box, making me laugh when I need to, and for just being you. You challenge me to grow, see new perspectives, and to bring my best self in every room. This award, again, is not just mine, it's the community's. I didn't achieve this alone. It reflects the collective efforts of those who have walked with me, challenged me, inspired me, and worked tirelessly to create a more just and equitable world. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? This question guides my path every day and reminds me that this work is ongoing. Thank you for this recognition and for allowing me to stand among those who aspire to inspire.
Thank you, Tia, for making Omaha a stronger and more connected community. I want to give quick thanks to my team at the Human Rights and Relations Department, Catherine Baker-Coleman and Nydia Grotto, Christian Espinosa Torres, and the Douglas County Human HR, Human Rights, Human Resources, thank you. I'm like, whoa. Human Resources Department for all their help on this event, and Leah Baez for connecting the media. So thank you all. It's a team effort. And then I will pass the mic to City of Omaha Deputy Chief of Staff of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Keith Station, to provide closing remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Wayne, you said be brief, right? We were efficient today. Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor, for using your platform to elevate the legacy of Dr. King. Thank you to the county leadership. Thank you, Commissioner Garcia, for partnering with us to elevate King's legacy and honor people who are well-deserving. So I think that this is one of the best traditions in the city and the county that brings us closer together in the spirit of the legend of Dr. King. To my colleagues at HR&R, as Kaylin just said, well done. Thank you for doing this and leading this, and to county leadership for doing this with us. To past awardees that might be present, I think there might be a couple here. Congratulations to you. It's an honor no one can take from you. And also to the awardees today, I'll just take a second to honor you. Tia, you're amazing. I've gotten a chance to know Tia during the current Leadership Omaha cohort that she's a part of. And she's a clear leader, and everybody just raves about her. And I appreciate your comments and Don's and your family. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Captain Glover, I've known Captain Glover for about 10 years now. And she was the most outstanding and involved volunteer at a place I used to work at. And I appreciate that. I remember when her son was young. And it's an honor to see you here today. Congratulations. Sergeant Bertley, congratulations to you. We haven't had a chance to get to know each other yet, but I am honored and impressed by your service. Thank you. I had a chance to see all the nominations, and they were very impressive, and this was hard. So these three that have emerged today are special. One of the things I like to point out when you are honoring Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., is that he is one of the most recognizable and famous people in the history of the world, ever. I'm sorry, Pam, I'll slow down, I'm going fast. In the history of the world, Tia, and y'all are now honored in his name. That's significant. Let that sink in for a moment. That's huge. And so come back to honor future awardees. I'll close with this because Wayne said be brief. My call to action to everyone is to not allow this occasion, Dr. Martin Luther King's legacy, the MLK holiday, his birthday, to become cliche. Make sure that you find a way to elevate these virtues in the workplace, in your personal lives, with your family, in your extracurriculars, because it is powerful. I think if Dr. King was here with us, he would want us to continue to be more unified. I think he would want us to move in solidarity, a solidarity dividend, if you will, which means, you know, it's a general benefit when people come closer together. And so stay unified and move in solidarity. Thank you for being here, everyone, today. I think I'm the last words before Rainbow starts to play again. That's your cue. Please, as Kaylin mentioned, we look forward to seeing you on Monday evening. Please join us to hear from and honor our students who have some amazing acts to share with you in the honor of Dr. King. Look forward to seeing you there, 5:30 at the Holland, free of charge. And you'll hear some amazing art forms. Thank you to the elected officials that are here and to city leaders. Thank you for taking time. There's cookies and punch in the back for us to enjoy on the way out. Rainbow, we ready? Okay. Where's Jade at? She had to go probably back to school. That's outstanding. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are we going to, we'll maybe take a few pictures up here, so let the honorees take a few pics before you swarm them for autographs, and then we'll be out. Thank you for being here. Have a good weekend.
Which way?
I figure we can put it over there and I will unplug it.
So young, so pure, angel, don't you ever lose yourself in this cold, cold world. Times are changing, don't be scared. It may seem easier to live in fear. Don't give in, you're meant to be free. We need your heart, we need your soul, we need your strength through this cold world. We need your voice, speak your truth. We need you. See, don't you ever run out of hope. I can tell you've been broken, lost yourself